how much were you respected at the facilities that you worked at?
Oh.
Right? Like to me, every facility I ever worked at, I was so under respected for the value that I thought I brought. And so that to me already isn't worth the money that personal training gives. Right.
Yeah.
If it was a different world and I was treated with respect and my education was actually being, enjoyed and useful, then maybe the money's worth it because you're happy with where you're at. But so that's another thing you got to think about is who are the people that you're working for that are paying your bills? And is that a situation you want to be in?
Dude, I would 100% still be working at Lifetime, making $130 a year. Today, that I would still probably be employed.
You were making $130 a year at Lifetime?
Oh yeah, doing program coordinating and team development stuff. Yeah.
So management though.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Okay. Because as a trainer, I didn't make anything.
As a trainer, I was doing maybe 80, 90, but that was
it's better than I was.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you, I never had more than a 20 to 25 hour a week training book. I spent most of my time at Lifetime trying to climb the corporate ladder and very little time
you definitely did.
Training.
You're suckling at the teat, that's for sure.
Dude, that's 100% what it was. It was, for lack of a better way of putting it, bending over and getting told on repeat, I am the most valuable trainer, but you're too valuable for us to lose. And it's like, wait, no.
Yeah.
That was not what I want to be.
Yeah, so it sounds like I'm shitting on the training world. I kind of am. I think that
you 100% are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think that there's just I think that as your professional, the professionals that we are and the professionals that you are that are listening to this, there is not enough respect. There's not enough money. There's not enough reason or motivation to stay in it without chasing something much bigger. And so that was just my experience, and that is why I opened up my own facility. And everybody has different experiences.
Right. So you got like a guy like me, where I could talk about my experiences at the 4 different gyms I've worked at before the one I'm at, right? And besides the last gym, right, I can say I was respected at the last gym. When I walked in after a month, everybody was like, dude, this guy's setting a whole new tone. Like, cleaning equipment, setting up booths. Like, I was well respected on the fitness floor very fast. And I didn't ever ask for a raise because I never made it to a year. I was making exactly what I needed to live, made my savings goal. Everything that I was working towards was fine. I had complete autonomy over my schedule. But if I were to go back to the first 2 facilities where I started training, the first place, I was respected in a sense that I didn't respect them either. Is I came in fresh out of college. I spent a lot of my time partying. I was there. Sometimes I'd be sick. Like, I was not a human, who is ready for the personal training field where you need to be 100% all in. You have to know who yourself is. Like, that's not who I was. I didn't bring that. Or at Lifetime, right? I didn't bring my full self. I was enjoying the outside influences versus trying to really work towards what was my goals and careers. And that's the self-finding state that you kind of find in these box gyms, and that love and passion. And here's one thing, Aaron. So you talked about like, what's the big values to you, right? It's the family. It's, the outside life that you want from the gym. Look at who you're talking to right now, right? You created this friendship with Ryan. I know Ryan through Lifetime. We wouldn't have the relationship we have right now if not have worked for a gym and met people that we could say are now our closest friends.
Accurate.
So we're friends.
Well,
stretch, Tyler.
You know,
you're like only my roommate, and like I've only like hung out with you like I don't know, a couple hundred times, but like friends is.
And travel, like think on that scale for somebody who is coming into a gym and they don't have any of the social circle. They don't have a social circle around the idea of trainers or knowing where to ask questions. Like they don't have that. And if just going to a box gym for even just a year can create those relationships, like I knew Ryan for 7 or 8 months before I ditched out a Lifetime. But it felt like we felt like I spent like 3 years living with those guys because of the memories we created.
Absolutely.
So there's value there that's beyond the ticket price of the $50,000 because you're going to have a relationship with people for a lifetime. If you find a good facility with people that you can respect and you think that they're going to be of the same age, Lifetime was a whole different beast back then. We had like 20, 30 trainers, hiring 2 or 3 trainers per month. It was crazy with the volume. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like the gym there was like, it felt like I was at a frat. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it was more the particular people that were there than gym environments, but
Yeah.
most gyms are that way.
Yeah, again, I think it all comes down to what kind of life you just want to live, right? So, I mean, when you're working in a gym, do you want a social life, guys? Yeah, working for a big box gym, you're going to have a social life. Honestly, I mean, you're talking to somebody who does not have a fucking social life because all he does is works on his business. And so, again, you have to weigh your pros and cons, and then decide what you really want. But back to the money thing, I personally I feel so bad for coaches because they deserve so much more, right? The how much you have built yourself, your character, like what training does to you as a person, right? The mindset it gives you, the ability to help others achieve the same things. You literally make a room better just by fucking walking into it and speaking your experience. And so for me, that is worth so much more than what is paid out into box gyms. And
it comes back to the ownership, right? The ownership of the gym. Somebody like you, the people that work underneath you, do you feel like those people like feel like, oh, this place is terrible? I want to leave? I want to go do my own thing. I'm not making enough money.
Not at all. But I make sure my coaches, they're valued in a sense of financially and in respect.
Right. So the best experience that comes for people who own gyms or own a facility that can be for trainers is somebody who was a trainer. Correct. And has experienced 100%. That.
Correct.
100%. The best owners of gyms, bar none, are trainers. And a training business goes to hell when your executive and higher up team shifts out from being mostly fitness-oriented people to mostly business-oriented people. That's what 24-Hour Fitness did. Lifetime
exactly
did it. Crunch. Every gym.
Because you know the other side,
good, goes
right?
that route.
You know the other side. You know the negatives that are hiding behind what it takes to be a regular trainer, and so you can make those better for your coaches. Whether that be opening changing their availability, allowing them to have more say in it, the pay structure, the availability. Like my trainers, they run their own business like within mine, right? Like I allow them to make final decisions. Fuck, you decide what you want to charge. I'm not going to tell you what to charge. If you think you're worth only $70 a session, then fine. If you think you're worth $150, fucking great. So I give them complete range to make them feel like they are, more than just a dollar sign for the gym.
Yeah, the opposite of that would be like a facility where people basically pay into it. Like, hey, you pay $1,500. This is your rental to have the space and run your own business.
Correct.
You have a whole different ownership over your company.
So that's literally you pay me rent and stay out of my way and basically use my facility. I'm not going to. Yeah. Then it's just a contract of rent. And that's how most studios are designed, especially out here in Orange County. Yeah. But I wanted to accomplish something way more successful than that. I wanted to build a team-based atmosphere while giving trainers the free range on their decision making.
Yeah, like the owners of my gym, like one of the co-owners, right? He's the guy that I really connected with back in the day when I was at Sonoma Fit, the smaller gym in Sonoma where I didn't do too hot, but he was a really good influence at the time. He was a trainer. And then he moved into actually designing gym floors, and he designed for schools and for Sonoma Fit, and was a consultant as a manager for the fitness team. And then, now, fast forward 8 years later, he opened up this wellness facility that's private tier, that's top level in Marin. And when he walks in the door in the morning, he's not the owner that just like walks in and it's the front desk doesn't matter. He walks in, he says hi to the front desk. First thing he does, he goes to the coffee table, fixes stuff, cleans, wipes it down, looks underneath, grabs a couple pieces of garbage and throws it away, and then asks everybody, hey, how's your day? How you feeling today? And he's like very genuine. And it's because he has that essence of knowing what it's like to be a trainer. Yeah, that's or not even that.
That's the kind of person that you want to work for or work even with. And so, yes, so it all really does depend. It sounds like Tyler's had a better experience working for places that actually gave him the respect that he deserves and makes maybe getting paid a little bit less worth it, which is, which is important, right? So, I mean, again, I mean, I'm sure he would prefer to be making $100 to $120 an hour himself, but that's not in the cards at one of those gyms. And so,
money is not an object for me when it comes to that. There is a ticket price, there is a ticket number, right?
And see, that's the beautiful thing, and that's what I mean by it's all relative. Because for Tyler, it's money is not the main objective, and I think for me and Ryan, it is not in a sense that we're greedy and want a bunch of money. I think that we both have very big aspirations, and it's going to take a bunch of money, right? I think we're both entrepreneurs at heart, and we want to create. And I mean, that's not a cheap world.
Well, I can summarize both of you guys both in one thing. You guys want to help as many people as possible. And to do that,
the reach
requires the income to do it.
Correct.
That's 100% it. The whole social media thing, the dollars, all of that, they're just shuttles and tools.
And
how can you help the most people?
I think me and Ryan are very similar in a sense of, yes, that's it. We want to reach as many people as we can, but we also want to reach them to teach them that what's out there is all kind of fucking bogus, right? The people that they're hearing it from is all kind of shit talkers who have no idea what the fuck they're saying. They just look good, and they are marketing the wrong material to the universe, to the people that, people are going to buy it, and they're going to end up using this wrongful information. So I think me and Ryan both, that's our reach, is we want to reach people, but more so we want to put things into the honest truth of what, how to get people healthy.